we talk about great heroes, great American heroes that live right here in Alabama. You can't beat my special guest today, and that is former U.S. Senator and United States Navy Admiral retired Jeremiah Denton. And Admiral, delighted to have you on the show. Thanks for letting us come over.
It's always a pleasure.
This is a great honor to visit with you. You know, we were over at the aircraft pavilion at the USS Alabama. We saw the mock-up display of the Hanoi Hilton, and you spent nearly 8 years in the actual Hanoi Hilton. Tell us what it was really like. Describe the cell and what was it like?
Well, there were all kinds of cells in there. They had cells designed for torture that were quite large, and knobs on the wall to subdue the sound, to keep it from being like a resonator. They had places where they used to hang you up on a hook, and they had various size cells. The sizes of cells in the Hanoi Hilton were not particularly indicative of terrible constrained space. Some of them you'd have 2 men in, and you'd only have about 2 feet besides the bed by 8 to walk. But there were other camps outlying, like Alcatraz, where we had 47 inches by 47 inches to walk around in, and very little air, and a bed that you could only get on at night, and you were in irons when you were in that. But the Hanoi Hilton was built by the French for their incarceration of the Vietnamese, and the devices for torture were sized for the Vietnamese, who are a great deal smaller than we are. So the stocks and handcuffs and everything, the little gadgets that they used to torture us with, were extra painful because they were too tight.
8 years. How did you get through it without just giving up and just saying it's hopeless?
Man, I'm a fun-loving, easygoing guy. To be called a hero is so unfair, because any ordinary guy that finds himself in extremis, as we did, real extremis, he has no recourse but to cry out, "God, help me." And when you do that and surrender yourself totally to God, because you have no choice, He helps you. And He can help you to do things that you're not capable of doing. They used to tell stories in grade school about St. Lawrence, who, when the Romans were torturing him, putting him on a grill, he smiled up at him after a few minutes and said, "You can turn me over, I'm done on this side." I used to think that was an exaggeration, but I found out in prison, with God's grace, you can get to a point like that.